In today's news, Ripple partner, the Bank of England, one of the largest banks in the world, published an article around this time last year, March 29th, 2023, and this article effectively confirms that XRP will be worth thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars in the future. This article, like many others published by governments and large financial institutions, states that we are now at an inflection point. It goes on to talk about ISO 20022, legal, regulatory and supervisory frameworks, but what it also talks about, which is what I'm going to highlight in this video, is cross-border payments. Cross-border payments are crucial to the smooth functioning of the global economy, and their importance is growing in our ever more interconnected global digital economy. The value of cross-border payments is forecast to increase from almost $150 trillion in 2017 to over $250 trillion by 2027, just 3 years from now. Now, the reason I highlight this cross-border payments is because a recently surfaced sheet projects an XRP price increase to an audacious $1,000 in value, factoring in a daily cross-border payment volume of $1 trillion and therefore 1 billion XRP traded daily. XRP's current daily trading volume is already above 1.5 billion XRP, and that is without the official legal clarity, the global regulations, the full migration to ISO 20022 and so on. XRP will be utilized so much more, especially as the potential for the ISO cryptos like XRP, but also like XLM, XDC, HBAR, Quant, Algorand and so on. It is insane, but the price doesn't reflect that right now because the new system is still being built. These are utility tokens that can't fully be utilized right now. But not to mention also that it's also highly likely that XRP's price in particular is being heavily suppressed thanks to the actions of the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. It's designed to suppress XRP's price so central banks and financial institutions could accumulate behind the scenes under the guise of a prolonged regulatory process, allowing them to gain a strategic advantage before XRP takes off. And XRP will take off. And so will these other good utility tokens. The institutions like the BIS, the World Economic Forum, the IMF, the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, the BRICS, the whole entire world is preparing, which is why you need to too. For any of you who's still questioning, still struggling to figure it out, well, as we can see in this post from Mr. Man XRP, Ripple is assisting in the transition of old and new fast payment systems, called FPS for short, to interconnect them, hence the name RippleNet. Every cross-border payment must go through a FPS like RippleNet. Pay close attention.
That could remain equally complex with the adoption of FPS. So this is something that we have to bear in mind when promoting the interconnection or the interlinking of FPS solutions, that we make them open from all perspectives in terms of operating hours, in terms of standard adoption, in terms of legal setup and LGBT criteria. Making the same system faster does not make it easier to access from those who are currently excluded today. So you need new operators that have different perspective and that are willing to offer certain services, not full banking services, but certain services to the unbanked people now.
So the Bank of England, as I mentioned, stated that it will be over $250 trillion market cap in just 3 years time, meaning in 3 years time, there'll be over $250 trillion in liquidity, in money, in the cross-border payments market. Again, just look at this chart. The cross-border payments daily trading money, daily trading volume, and realize that as this market continues to grow, which inevitably will, and XRP inevitably will soak up a portion of this market, should the daily volume reach $6 trillion or even more, XRP liquidity would be insufficient if it was just at $100. Once reaching $20 trillion daily, a $250 XRP wouldn't work and $500 would be questionable. So therefore a $1,000 XRP seems to be the foundation, seems to be the bottom level. XRP is going to have to be worth at least thousands of dollars. These institutions, they love assets like XRP and they will utilize Ripple's technology to send payments, as Michael Arrington highlights in this video just how game-changing Ripple and XRP is, something that fiat and Bitcoin could never do.
The tribalism in this industry is insane. So there's Bitcoin maximalists, But everybody agrees, like, you know, XRP sucks, and I don't really get it, right? I mean, they're a legitimate company. They don't pretend to be something they're not, and they're really good at one thing: moving money fast and cheap. And it's fantastic. It fills a big need. And for a hedge fund like us to be able to denominate in Ripple and XRP, I just did the same thing, is really, really, really good. When we did our first close, we moved north of $50 million into the company in Ripple and XRP in like 2 seconds, and it cost 30 cents. Now that is amazing. There's no way to do that with fiat or Bitcoin. There's just no way to do it that fast and that cheaply, and so it serves a really useful need for us. And then also when our LPs eventually redeem, hopefully never, but when they want some of the money back, we just send it in XRP again, and there's no 3-day wait for international wires or 1-day wait for US wires. We're not paying wire fees and all that. It's just, I don't understand why that's hard to understand.
Furthermore, Ripple CTO David Schwartz highlights in this video the end goal vision of the XRP ledger is to free up all the trapped liquidity and assets in the banks. Listen closely.
There's pools of liquidity that anybody can contribute to and draw off. And what I mean is we're going to be a multi-currency world for a very long time. And there's no end state in which we're not at least multi-asset. Even if, let's say, Bitcoin takes over the world, just being ridiculous, you know, well, maybe not, who knows? Let's say Bitcoin takes over the world. Still, someone's going to want to hold shares in the real estate investment trust in the Seychelles Islands that I keep using in my example. People are not going to want, not everyone's going to want to hold Bitcoin all the time like that, or they're going to need liquidity. Like, there's no world where we're not going to need cross-asset payments. We're going to need liquidity. And what I've discovered, like looking at the payment space, is that liquidity is trapped and assets are trapped. And I think that is a multi-trillion-dollar problem. And that's the problem that I think I've been trying to work to solve for the past 10 years.
And in fact, I will do you just one better to really drive this point home so you understand. We have here a chat with the biggest institutions in the world. You have Accenture, who is a Ripple partner to integrate products, the BIS, who collaborates with Ripple on the Cross-Border Payments Task Force, and the World Economic Forum. And they're talking about the 4 key areas where wholesale CBDCs can modernize financial markets. Listen very, very closely.
Disparate settlement cycles. Right now, when you're settling payments between trade and settlement, it could take extended periods of time. Not all real-time gross settlement systems or banking systems are 24/7. Wholesale CBDC could add value by creating that global settlement window and increasing the amount of time that large value payments could settle. The next area that we found differentiated value was in solving the operational risk and settlement failures. There's a lot of transactions that occur today, whether it's related to SSIs or other risks where payments do fail. If we look at wholesale CBDC, it could add value by creating a mutual data sharing system where these SSIs could be shared across the board, and there would be a decrease in settlement failures for cross-border payments. The third area where we saw risk was related to FX settlement. A lot of the FX payments are settled via CLS, which deals with 18 of the largest currencies settling cross-border. But there are an increasing number of emerging market currencies that are being transacted in today, and PVP arrangements are not present for all of those. And payment versus payment is the safest way to settle FX payments. And so when we look at wholesale CBDC, this could really add value by decreasing risks for FX payments for an increasing number of currencies that are being traded in today. And the last area where we found differentiated value had to do with tokenized assets. When we're settling tokenized assets right now, there's actually not a credit risk-free way of settling them. Central banks today are experimenting with the BIS, and they're working on issuing tokenized bonds, which is fantastic experimentation, but we need a credit-free risk way to settle it on the currency leg. So when we're talking about wholesale CBDC, this could be the way that we could do delivery versus payment of the asset, the tokenized asset, with a tokenized cash form.
I don't know what more I can do to you to prove it to you that this is really happening. If you start looking long term and stop being so emotional on the current price of XRP, you will see, just like I do, that XRP easily had the potential to be worth thousands of dollars. That was its design from the beginning, after all. The white paper by Molly Elmore and Jimmy Valley examines 7 quantitative models were built using various industries, accepted approaches, assumptions varies, but all assume that XRP Ledger will be a widely adopted layer 1 to move global value. And if you exclude the outlier prices, for example the $513,000 XRP, which would be insane, quite unrealistic, and also exclude the $9.81, which would be far too cheap, and exclude some of the other ones as well, you would see that the value of XRP ranges from $3,000 to $22,000. It's still in the thousands. And XRP is going to achieve such a price target because their connections are very, very deep, and they target the majority, if not all, the payment markets, whether it's them directly or through their partnerships. This is why Ripple has become such a trusted voice in this industry for crypto industries and traditional finance industries alike. Ripple is a sponsor at the Digital Asset Week that is going down in 2 to 3 weeks time in California. Assets like XRP, so XDC, HBAR and XLM, they are going to explode in value. XRP will be one of the biggest ones, in my opinion, out of the lot. As we can see from Chad's diagram here, tokenization of treasuries, bank deposits and CBDCs are going to be multi-chain and will all interoperate seamlessly, like sending emails but for money. This highlights Grayscale and XLM Stellar, but it's the same market that Ripple and XRP effectively are going after as well. So these utility assets are going to explode in value, and we are seemingly much closer than you think, closer than ever, to see an era of a utility-driven crypto bull run, assets that provide real value, real-world value. As we can hear in this video posted by Cyprus, pay close attention.
Business has been a bit slower than usual. It's been a rough few years in the crypto market. And crypto is the only part of the financial world where you can get 12-year-olds making themselves millions by drawing a whale wearing a top hat, and people making and losing billions on dog coins. If you're just skimming the funny headlines and chuckling and moving on, you're missing out on all the genuinely exciting progress that's been happening in crypto, and you owe it to yourself to dig in properly. Stablecoins are becoming, well, stable. They're regulated, they're backed by real assets, they're being used a lot. Look at this chart of the total value being transacted by stablecoins. If we're in a crypto winter post-2021, nobody told the stablecoins. So, what does this all mean? Well, it means crypto is finding real utility. We're seeing folks use it to store value, most notably when their domestic currency crashes. You don't see this in the US, it's a very good currency here, but that's not the case everywhere. Look at Turkey. You can see that as the price of the Turkish lira has fallen over the past few years, the lira's trading volumes against stablecoins have consistently increased. With transaction speeds increasing and costs coming down, we're seeing crypto finally making sense as a means of exchange. And so, I have something for you. We're excited to announce that we're bringing back crypto as a way to accept payments, but this time with a much better experience as stablecoins.
XRP will be worth thousands of dollars once legal clarity is confirmed, regulations are enforced for crypto around the world, once utilities are being used, utility tokens are being utilized, all of which are closer than you think. XRP will explode in value, and you will be praying that you bought XRP at just a measly 50 cents. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.